The latest report from the CRTC says ownership and usage of smartphones is rising in Canada, clearly overtaking the old ways of communicating. But also on the rise, how much we spend on it. Renee Filipponi has our story.
An extension phone here.
A staple in most households for decades. But this is the future.
After moving out on my own, I decided not to sign up for a landline.
Is there a need for home phones anymore?
A new CRTC report says while 79% of Canadians have a landline, for the first time that number has been surpassed by the 85% that have a cell phone.
They're replacing their landlines faster than ever before, and that's because their smartphones are becoming more like their personal computers were 10 years ago.
People are going to a larger phone.
Nick Farah sells smartphones. He says because they are more than phones, customers, including himself, are concerned with the cost.
I'm about $140 a month. I actually use my phone quite a bit, and I actually go over my data many times.
Spending on mobile services also grew, up 14% in a single year, way above inflation. The companies say prices haven't increased. It's about increased appetite.
More people are using smartphones, more people are using more data and viewing more content.
But consumer advocates say Canadians are still paying too much compared to some other countries.
1 gigabyte of data in the United Kingdom will cost you $20 to $30 a month, depending on where you look. In Canada, that price sits at about $85 on average.
This tech columnist says consumers can help lower their own bills by getting the right plan. On one hand, some end up paying for data they don't use, or worse, they don't pay for enough.
Know what you need beforehand to know how much data you're going to use is very important because those overage charges can come back to bite you.
The overall high cost is blamed on a lack of competition in Canada. The small companies need the bigger players' networks to do business, but it comes at a high cost. And that's what the CRTC will decide on next week, just how much those bigger players can charge. Renee Filipponi, CBC News, Toronto.